Hello all. Today we are going to review another interesting project by the name Trifecta VANTO. This is situated in Sarjapur, Bangalore. It is 3 kilometers behind Wipro SEZ. So what you are seeing on my screen on the left, this is the amazing project. This is a pictorial representation. Let me bring the laser pointer. As I said earlier in my earlier videos also, all my reviews are more from the buyer's perspective and not from promoting a particular product. So I will be highlighting both good and bad. It is very neutral and I'm not doing this for any advertisement revenue or etc. You can see I have very limited number of subscribers. It hardly is not even 0.001% of the required subscribers to claim any commercial revenue. So far from commercial revenue, I'm trying to just provide genuine inputs because many of the purchases what I have seen are just looking at the property and the features and clubhouse and amenities they are making their decision to buy. But you will need to dig deeper into to gain meaningful insights and come up with better qualified decisions. So the this particular section is Tower A and this is Tower B. Tower A and B are in 9 acres parcel, which is called Trifecta Vanto Phase 1. This one here is Tower C with the 202 units. This is the 3 acres land parcel. Though all their marketing material are saying that it is a 12 acres property, remember, it is into two phases, phase one and phase two. Phase one is 9 acres and some small guntas. Phase two is 3 acres and 5 guntas. So both these two are two different land parcels, two different RERAs. However, the builder calls it as one single project. He says that he has got a RERA separately, but the technical approval and all are one common document. But the way law perceives and interprets things are based on what is written in the sale deed and agreement to sell, joint development agreement, etc. So this particular Tower C is a single land parcel owned by the promoter, Mr. Subbareddy himself. But whereas this particular Tower A and B are owned almost by 21 different parties, some of them as less as 1 gunta and one gunta, 1.5 guntas, etc. So some own 1 acre. So it's a conglomeration of various landowners, etc. But now coming to the best part, by far I have not seen such huge garden, central garden space. If you are planning to invest into this project, my sincere recommendation is that you go in for the internal garden facing apartments. The greener area, the forest kind of area is not part and parcel of the builder's land parcel. So we never know what will come up there. But the internal view is by far better than Saupernica, Rhythm, Provident Botanico, Brigade Lake Crest, Satwa Songbird. Many of the properties that I have seen, this particular architecture is quite impressive. Unfortunately, the apartments facing externally do not have the same view. So that could be one of those levers you can use to bargain price. Okay, and the price is also quite different in my commercial section, I will say. And 85% of open space. The clubhouse is already constructed. It is quite huge. At the time of making this video on 2nd Jan 2026, Tower C only 9 floors or 8 to 9 floors are constructed. Let's go for the next page. My legal disclaimer, all my videos are intended for information and educational purposes. These are solely based on my review and my understanding based on the documents that are publicly available on RERA website, the brochures that the builder has provided, the cost sheets that they have provided, the agreement and other documents which they have shared with me. So, but you are advised, strongly advised to exercise your own discretion, consult the legal experts, okay, and technical evaluators and qualified engineers to understand the technical strength, etc., and make your own opinion. Okay. Now, next, let me go to the next section. So, as I said, it is two different RERAs, to phase one and phase two, barring a major flaw in the agreement legal documents. By far, as I said, this is the best project. Okay, this project, unfortunately, the builder promoter has failed to appreciate the law of the land. And like what Nambiar district is doing an amazing job with respect to legal documents. Nowhere he calls this phase one and phase two as one integrated composite amalgamated property, which is a major drawback technically. Though their marketing materials are advertising so, the legal documents are unnecessarily creating a nuisance and a nonsense. Both of them are recognizing them as phase one and phase two, but nowhere they have defined what is a composite property, that these two form part of a composite property. That is ideally a strong negative point, I would say. Another one, the Porotam brickwork. When I visited the site, the bathroom walls, especially as just 4 inch wall, if you hit it, the entire wall was shaking. So probably once they do plastering, it may gain greater strength. But Porotam bricks, I always have my own reservations about it. Another major drawback is in a community of this grandeur, right? You end up having 700 SFT super built up area, single BHK flats also, and the carpet area of these flats are almost around the range of 400 square feet. I mean. I don't know what is the targeted intended customers for such flats in a larger property of this kind of beautiful property. But again, government advocates for diversified sections of society. So let me move ahead. Location, I have shared with you a beautiful property very close. If you come to this road, the Sarjapur road, I mean, I would say this road is more happening than MG road or Richmond road. So it is such good Sarjapur road. You have lot of hospitals nearby, lot of schools nearby, workplaces are nearby, Tech Mahindra, Wipro campus, Salarpuria Satwa, and lot of other SECs are there. Shopping complexes are there. So you have everything you can ask for. Now, my next section is covering about architecture. Look at the beauty of this project. It's amazing beauty. The best part is this long corridor. As soon as you enter, there is a big lawn, almost 70 or 78, 74 amenities, something like that. Okay, there is a huge clubhouse which is already constructed. It's already constructed. The floor one, they have constructed model houses, which I believe they will break it and make it for use it for other amenities as promised. There's a huge water fountains here. Another best part is the cars. As soon as it enters, it goes into the ramp section, which is another good part of it. So the car commutation within this land parcel is very limited at the podium level. So which is good. Now look at this huge central garden. Then there is a football ground here, so many amenities, a small pool, a large pool, and so many of these things are available. Bird bath feature, meet and greet plaza, court of melody, flower garden, name it, you have it, gazebo, everything. So as I said, this section here is Tower A, this is Tower B, and this is Tower C. Tower A and B, all the floors are done. Probably this year they would give it for possession, presuming that. Next, if you go here, as I said, there are in phase one, there are 825 flats. Total area of land is 9 acres, and whereas phase two is 202 flats, and it is around 3 acres, 5 guntas. As per legal. So in total, it is 1027 flats, and it results in almost 85 flats per acre, but with 85% of open space. So, which is the good part, and it is G plus 24 floors construction with basement 1 and basement 2 also. I was trying to do the computation of UDS in phase one, taking the land area and total built up area, you get a UDS of 33.91%. If you are buying an 1890 square feet of house, you should get somewhere around 641 square feet of UDS. Phase two, you will end up with 31.48%, which is 595 square feet of UDS. If both of these should ideally be treated as an integrated property. If it is treated as an integrated property and then divided, then you get an UDS of 33.27%, and you would get somewhere around 629 square feet of UDS for the same flat of 1890 square feet. So these are some numbers which you can use it as a reference to calculate your UDS. Now, coming to architecture, I have only shown Tower A. You can consult, look at the brochure, you will get greater details. So, there are, let's see here. So, the single BHK 700K is a major letdown in a beautiful property of this kind. And in the initially, I said try to avoid the purchase of the external facing units because you will lose out the internal facing units. The somewhere I read in the marketing material that up to 70% of carpet area is given. That's not true. It is ranging between 62% to 65, 66%. I would like to see which flat they are providing 70%. So here you can see single BHK, two BHKs, super built up area, carpet area, balconies, common area. Sorry for the typo carpet I have written here because it's carpet area. Let's move to the next section. Commercials. Commercials again, when I met one of the customers who have booked in Tower A and Tower B, he said that they booked it for 7,400 base price last year, but now it is not. So depending upon the flat, which tower you are selecting, which series you are selecting, if it is in between flats which does not provide ventilation on two sides, if it is not a corner flat, etc., then the rate is less. So anyway, let's say 7,500, you can look at the total base price I have taken here, 7,500, 7,850, 8,100, 8,500. Apart from that, the best part is they are not charging FRC, corner facing, east facing. So the builders everywhere they are charging that way. Here they did not charge it, so which is good. And car park, of course, only one single car park they are giving 2.5 lakhs. Clubhouse is 2.5 lakhs. The infrastructure charges, sorry, this is not generator charges, this is supposed to be infrastructure charges, is 250 per square feet. So it is coming to 4,72,000 for an 1890 square feet. And GST, of course. And then this is legal charges. This is not EV charging, but this is legal charges. So if depending upon your bargaining power, it is ranging between 1.6 CR to 1.79 CR without the stamp duty. So what I try to calculate here basically is what is the cost per square feet of UDS. So let's say you are getting 614 square feet of UDS at this 7,500 as the base price, your cost is coming to 25,944 per one square feet, and it can go up till 29,000. So this is far, far, far better than you can Pavani Mirabilla and all of those who are claiming grade A builders. It is far, far beautiful pricing. I would say go for the kill before you lose out. It's really, really good. Then coming to the payment terms, these are some payment terms that they have. No, this is don't go with these payment terms because the construction is almost completed. So let's see how it shapes up. Tower C is expected to be somewhere around 2028, early 2028. Coming to legal aspects, as I said, there is a major letdown, very, very bad letdown. It is because of builders. I have seen a certain segment of builders. I don't want to name the segment, I will be called a racist. So, but there is one segment of builders who fail to appreciate the law of land, or they spend so much, so many crores, hundreds of crores on a project, but they fail to pay a lakh or a two to get a proper agreement drafter. Look at the challenge in this particular one. Now they say that phase one and phase two are one integrated property, but it is nowhere written in the agreement of sale copy. Nowhere it is written. So from legal point of it, phase one and phase two are two different properties. In phase two agreement, you can see they say that the common amenities, road, swimming pool, etc., are in Schedule A. Are in Schedule A. But what is Schedule A? Schedule A is again 3 acres. But in the 3 acres, you only have Tower C. You don't have any of these common roads, common amenities, swimming pool, etc. So same, you can see here the clubhouse. This is one thing that they are saying. The developer is developing as part of Trifecta Fanto phase 1. This is again in phase 2. They are saying the clubhouse is situated in 43 4B 43 5 Kodati village, consisting of multi-purpose hall, and that phase 2 shall be entitled to make use of the clubhouse on availability basis. Why on availability basis? What if phase 1 will come and say no, it is not available for you? So what is this availability basis? So unnecessarily the usage of this word has further caused confusion. Right? This is the only section which will establish your right in phase one. But again, where is the access to the common roads? So this is an unwanted confusion. Then subsequently, if you see in phase one document, this particular green one is a savior. Tomorrow, if phase one resident comes and questions you, you can show that in phase one agreement, it is clearly written that the developer in herein has rights to develop the adjoining properties in a phased manner, and that nobody can object the integration of the same with phase one. So this is very, very clear. This is the point which is currently a savior. But nothing in this phase one agreement says that phase two will can have access to common roads and amenities. I will read it again for you in a phased manner by obtaining separate conversions, separate combined amalgamated plans permission, and at the discretion of the developer shall be entitled to include the neighboring properties within the composite schedule A property. But what is composite schedule A? Composite schedule A should be 9 plus 3 acres, that is called to 12 acres. But this particular composite schedule is nowhere defined in the either of phase 1 agreement or phase 2 agreement. Shall be entered. And herein have absolutely consented for the same and undertake not to object for the same in future. So phase 1 cannot object to anybody, phase 2 in the future, and the prospective purchaser herein categorically permit the easement right. Now the word of easement right is again a problem. Easement right only gives you 4 feet of access to your property, but in 4 feet you cannot drive your car. But then here it says right over all the road to reach to the adjacent proposed project. Only to reach. What about the other roads, walk area, etc. of the and the said right shall be perpetual, and all the purchases in the said project and adjacent proposed project shall enjoy the common area and common amenities without any objection and shall bear the common expenses jointly. If this paragraph is not there in phase one, phase two would have been at a huge risk. So phase two agreement, none of this is mentioned. This is a sad reality because they thought they can avoid the cost of framing a phase two agreement. They just copy pasted the same content to phase two, which means apart from phase two, there can be a phase three, phase four, phase five. And phase two, phase three, phase five will have access to the clubhouse, etc. So this is a very funny part why the builder has failed to spend a lakh or two to get a good legal counsel to give them a proper agreement. This is a major letdown. Apart from that, I don't see any other problem. Builder credentials, you can see the past journey. They have successfully completed various properties, so which is good. But even after constructing so many properties, the architecture cannot be claimed to be the best because the floor plan does not give you maximum ventilation. And many of those flats are having external view. Now, coming to another part, this particular project in total, phase one and phase two cost 642 crores, but the owner's equity is only 40 crores, so 4 crores. Sorry, just 4 crores. And bank amazingly is ready to give over 100, 150 crores of loan. That is another interesting thing. For a company with just 4 crores of equity, but you see the P&L has been very strong. The P&L has been around 55 crores. These numbers are as of 2023 because they have not shared 2024-25 balance sheet in RERA. So probably the situation could be much more than this one. The profit has been around 25 to 28 crores in 23 alone. So which is good. You can see the difference 2355. It is 32 crores in the year of 2023, so which is very good. So the builder can be trusted. So but definitely they should have increased the equity. Why they are not increasing the equity is left to their own discretion again. Quality of construction. Remember, I have always been telling a model flat is only a representation of how beautiful your house would be if you spend for interiors adequately, but it is not representation of quality. When I visited the site and I try to, just try to push a wall, very little pressure, the whole wall was shaking of a bathroom wall. I have my own reservations about Porotam bricked construction. I'm not a strong advocate of that one. Let's see. I mean, we cannot say we are at the always at the mercy of builders and what to do. So, but apart from that, I have given here an assessment about various construction, Maiwan, Porotam, and solid cement blocks. So that's about it. Thank you very much. If you think that my videos are beneficial and you are interested to know about other projects too, please do like, subscribe, and share my videos. The more, and again, I'm not doing this for a commercial advertisement revenue. All I am interested is that your money is there to you, and if I can help you in some way, make a better decision, I'll be honored. Thank you very much. Happy buying. Bye.